I'm probably not the only guy who did something stupid, being like 70 pounds overweight, 80 pounds overweight, and deciding to sign up for a 50K, despite not being able to run. I did what everybody else does. I went out, I watched all the videos, I read all the books, and I just wasn't finding what I wanted to find. So if you're like me and did something probably pretty stupid, I hope you find this useful, because this is what I think about. So here's how I got here first. I've been working on getting in shape for the last year. I was down about 30 pounds. And about 9 weeks ago, I was at a party and my cousin's like, I want to run. I was like, maybe I can run. So like 2 days later, I went to a park run and ran a 5K. And by run, I mean, I walked and jogged a little. I got like 43 minutes. I did it again the next Saturday, 42 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm improving. So then I was out hiking this trail right here with my daughter, and I passed a sign for a race they were setting up. And naturally, I looked it up. I was like, I didn't know they're running a race on our local trail. I wonder what it is. It was a 100-miler. I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. So I get on Google, looking it up, and I was like, 100 milers near me. And I found a race coming up in September 12th. At the time, it was 16 weeks away, so 18 weeks from the first time I actually ran a step in 20 years. And I was like, that's it. I'm going to do the 50K. They had a 50K version. The cutoff time was very liberal, like 14 hours for 50K. So I'm like, worst case, I can walk this. I can do that. So that's where it started. I learned a lot already. We're only 9 weeks into my training, and I got about 9 weeks to go. So I wanted to give you an update. I've made a little progress. My 5K time is down to 37, about 6 minutes. I still walk far more than I run, but now that's by design. And in these 9 weeks, I'm down about 12 more pounds. What I've learned from reading all of the books, I've probably read 10, 12 books about ultra runners, distance training. I've gone to all the sites about people running their first 100 milers, first 50Ks, all that. There's some things that don't really apply as a fat guy. I mean, as a fat guy, we got to do things a little different. So the first part is the run. The idea of run a 50K or run a 100-miler. Now, when you listen to these people, given all their content, most of them, with the exception of the ultra elite ones, most of them will openly tell you there's a lot of walking in this. They'll walk up hills, they'll walk from time to time. But I noticed in the videos, you can watch an hour-long video summarizing somebody's 100K, and with the exception of in an aid station, there's never actually a clip of them walking. They only show clips of them running. And I understand that, it's a running race. You want to look like you're running. And it feels like you got to run. You got to run. You got to run. My brain keeps saying, I got to train for running. But then I started looking at this as the fat guy and doing some math, and I realized I can't train for running. It's just, that wouldn't be responsible and I'd never make it to the end. So the first thing you can do is go to a park run or any 5K and get in there and do it. And what you'll realize, I walk faster than a lot of people that are running. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with running the 5K because I can't do it. It's too much effort for me. It's hard on you. And you go look at marathon times, and there are a lot of people that finish at a walking pace. And that's okay. Some of them run, walk, some of them just walk. But as a fat guy, when you walk, you land on your feet with 1 to 1.5 times your body weight. When you run, you land with 4 to 4.5 times your body weight. When I run, every step I take lands with a massive amount of force. And if you'd make that calculated out over 60, 70,000 steps, that's a lot of impact force. That's gonna make me tired. How when I go to that 5K, and there's people running it. They run very slow. A lot of these things, a lot of these books are like, just run slower. Get in your aerobic zone. Zone 2, run slower. That constant pounding of 4 times your body weight wears on you. And if you are jogging at a speed so slow that I can walk faster than that, what are you gaining? You're not gaining time, but you are gaining a lot of impact, and you're gaining the good, warm, fuzzy feeling that you ran the whole 5K or whatever you were running. That's not for me. I want to be efficient. I want to make it to the end, not die, enjoy it, things like that. So walking is an essential part of my plan. The other thing is, a lot of programs I see focus on running. Obviously, it's a running race. Couch to 5K, for example. Run a day, take a day of rest. Run a day, take a day of rest. And they do this because that 4 times impact is hard on you. It will wear out your body. You need time to recover. I don't really want to take a day off and recover because I know that impact is huge for me because of my weight. I need to spend every minute I can burning calories. So rather than do a long, slow run, do some hill sprints, jog this, run that. I think of my plan as burn calories. Whatever it takes to do to burn calories. Time on feet. Spend as much time on my feet moving as possible so I can build endurance. A little bit of running. Try to get my body to adapt to taking a few steps of running. My plan is not based around running. It's based around moving. I need to burn calories. And because of recovery time, I physically can't run more because I'll injure myself. I already feel sore some days. So for example, if I wake up and my heel hurts, I don't run, but I still need to do something. I still need to burn calories because weight is king. I have to lose weight if I want to survive. It's just that simple. So my training for me involves 4 primary things: cycling, walking, hiking, and run walks. basically the goal is to move. Yesterday, I went to do a park run, and I've been doing these every week, see if I can get faster. But what I use the park run for is my actual run fast. It's the one time I really run. I run whatever speed I want until my heart rate hits 150 for me, something up high, zone 4 or 5, and then I walk fast until my heart rate comes back down to, say, zone 2 or something. And then I run, and then I walk, and I run and I walk. I get about 17 cycles in every week. That's like my interval training / I did a 5K. I'm there with the other people. It's fun to do. And then in the afternoon, because that was only about 40 minutes, I rode bike in the afternoon for 2 hours, really slow. Today, I hiked. It's Sunday. I hiked a long day. I'm at about 13 miles right now. Time on feet is an important one. You'll hear a lot of people talk about it. They talk about it in terms of running. Go out and run for 2 hours. Go out and run for 4 hours. I can't do that. So I walk, and I walk a lot. Now, the reason they don't run even more is they'll tell you that the impact of running is hard on your body. Runners run less than cyclists cycle because of the impact. Well, for me, I need to build the ability to stand for a long time, and I need to burn calories. So I'm in a different boat than most of these ultra runners. I walk a lot. Depending on where I'm at, oh, I need a gallon of milk. Let me throw in a backpack and walk a mile to the store, grab a gallon of milk and walk back. 2 miles. And I can do it quick. I practice walking faster and faster. I can now walk comfortably under a mile in under 14 minutes. So that's a pretty fast walk. So my goal for the 50K is to walk fast. That's it. So I walked to the store, walked back. Oh, I needed a new pair of shoes. I walked 5 miles to the mall, I walked back. I wasn't impacting, I wasn't needing recovery days. I was just walking a lot. And in doing that, I burned thousands of calories. And burning thousands of calories, I've been losing a lot of weight. Play into my weaknesses. I know I like to eat out. It's just my thing. I like to sit with my wife or my daughter and just sit at a restaurant and eat. Not have to worry about cooking, not have to worry about dishes, anything like that. So it's super common for me, 2, 3, 4 times a week. I do something like get on my bicycle and bike 12 miles to Taco Bell. I eat beans and a taco. I limited myself to that. It's 300 calories, and I get beans because I need the nutrition. And then I bike home 12 more miles. That's 2 hours of biking in zone 2, slow and steady, burning calories, moving, and I enjoyed it. I worked it into my normal life. So the thing is, you have to move. Spend time on your feet, walk a lot, run a little. You know, if you're like me and you can't run, you only have to run a couple intervals, like a minute or two, 10 times, and that is enough stimulus to start spurring growth. I hike and I run down hills. I've taken advantage of what gravity gives me. So when I started, because I couldn't run at all, I only ran down hills. Like if it was a downhill, I would run down it. And I learned that I was always braking. So you have to overcome this mental thing. Let your feet start moving. You're gonna run a lot faster than you think you're comfortable or capable of running, because you're like, I'm fat, I can only run slow. and you get on these hills and you're like, I just got to let it go. I got to cruise down these hills, because if you don't, you're stopping yourself, you're fighting gravity, and you're going to hurt your legs, your knees, your quads. So go with it. Practice running faster and faster down these hills. As I gained the ability to run more, my interpretation of a downhill got more generous. So it used to be I'd run down a downhill. Now, even the slightest decline, I jog it. I'm going to take advantage of every little bit that gravity gives me, even if it's small. A small decline, I'll take it. So as a result, maybe I've gone from running 10% of my time to 20% of my time. It makes my paths, my trips faster. You know, it gets me, I'm getting better at running more, but I'm still a long way away, and I still have about 80 pounds to lose. So it's going to take a long time. Another thing, I'd recommend you get Strava. Strava's kind of weird because it's like social media for athletics, and it's competitive, and people go in there and look how fast people went. So I know this trail I'm on right now has been run by somewhere around 865 people. I'm faster than about 30. That's it. So on the surface, it's really, really discouraging. But then I remind myself, these are runners first. Many of them are running this 4-mile loop for time. Well, today I did this loop 3 times in a zone 2. I was not running for time. I was just moving. So I kind of blow off the leaderboards. I actually think it's funny that, you know, some of these people do a 1-mile segment on bike at 24 miles an hour, and I'm biking 50 miles in a zone 2. They're not comparable. Don't look at the leaderboard. But what Strava is good for is the matched activities. So it makes it easier for me to find like activities and pair them up. So for example, today I came out, I do this loop. In 2-3 weeks, I can come out and do this same loop, and it will present them all to me together. Oh, you did this activity, you've done this loop now 6 times, and I can look at them all. And it makes it really easy for me to compare my one loop to my other loop. I actually like doing it this way because I have 4 or 5 different hiking loops. I have several different biking loops. And so it's possible that I do a loop and I don't come back to it for 2 weeks. Well, in 2 weeks, for me, in my condition, there's a good chance I've improved. It feels good because I'm always improving, right? If I did it 2 days in a row, I wouldn't improve. I wouldn't notice. It would be discouraging. But get a rotation and revisit the same loops or courses on biking, walking, hiking, whatever, running, and it gives you a way to compare. So this loop I just did today, I did this loop the other day, and what you need to do is you need to look at your time and your heart rate. Not just your time, not just your heart rate, but both. So my goal is to do this hike faster, or to do this hike the same speed with a lower heart rate, which means it took me less effort. So for example, the other day I did this loop and I was walking and running the downhills, and it took me about 15 minutes and 40 seconds per mile for the whole 10 miles. And my average heart rate was 135. Today I did the whole thing at 17 minutes per mile, and my heart rate was 115. Is that better? I was a minute and a half slower per mile. I was 20 beats per minute slower in my heart rate. I don't know, that's hard to compare. I was trying a new style workout today, but what I normally try to do, so like when I'm on bike, I go back like my Taco Bell ride. I ride a Taco Bell, like I said, a lot. It's 24 miles total. I go back and look at my last 10 or 15 times I've rode it over the last couple months. And I find a time where I rode at the same heart rate as I did this time. And I say, did I go faster at the same heart rate? Or I found another time back a month ago where I rode it in the exact same speed and time. And I say, was my heart rate lower? That's how I know I'm improving. And I think knowing you're having improvement is the biggest thing. It keeps you going. If you don't see that improvement, you get discouraged. And if you're running random here and there, different everything every day, it's hard to measure that improvement, especially with trails and stuff. Like road running, some other sports, it's flat terrain. Running one place and another place are reasonably the same. Trails, you can be at 12 minutes a mile on one trail and 25 minutes a mile on another trail. So the only way to compare and measure improvement is if you go back. And that's why I like Strava. I don't use it for the leaderboard. I use it to measure my mileage that I've actually walked on my feet, my run, my hike, combined week to week. Currently, I'm about 45 miles a week on my feet, combining walk, hike, run, which I know a lot of guides will say that's a lot, especially for me being total newbie. But it's not all running miles. It's walking to the store and getting a gallon of milk. I've added in walking every place I can. And the cycling is just for burning calories. I have to burn calories. I have to lose weight because I have to lower the impact force or I'll never be able to run. So that's where I stand right now. I wanted to give you guys an update and I wanted to document exactly what I was thinking today so that I have it in the future. I am 9 weeks away from this 50K. I have not a lot of hopes other than I'm going to finish. I hope to finish decent. I'm going to create a video about that and let you know how it goes. And that way we can look back at this video and know if this actually was a good strategy. Did this work? Because it's not normal. I'm not following the normal plan. I'm doing my own thing. And I'm documenting it and I want you to be able to see the results. All right. I'll be back in a week or two.